Good morning. Welcome to the morning shift with Anne. What's up? I feel like dancing a little today. Got a lot of dance going on in my life right now, so I feel like dancing. This morning I was listening to a whole bunch of videos by Abraham Hicks. If you've never listened to this person, what it is, it's a woman named Esther Hicks who channels an entity named Abraham, which I believe to be messengers of God. Now, don't freak out on me. Just maybe go listen to a few things that on YouTube that Abraham has to say, because they're very valuable things about the law of attraction. And one of the things that really struck me was this thing about feeling and vibrations, that we have a habit of focusing on the things we don't want and the negative, and we find ourselves just stuck in these thought patterns instead of, there's a lot of things that we want, and what she calls that is our vortex. He, I don't know. I see it as like a funnel above your head that's spinning around of all the things that we want. And we have a tendency not to operate in our vortex. We tend to stay down here in this is where I'm at, these are my circumstances, this is where I'm stuck. But I think the more we can get into that vibration of the things that we want and imagining what we want and what the feeling would be like to have those things, the better chance we have of achieving them, of attracting them into our life. We have to familiarize ourselves with these feelings so that when it does happen, it's not a surprise. You're not going to get something that seems like you're not going to get it. Like, it would be surprising to get it. So you need to start feeling like, yes, this would be normal. This would be what I expect, and this is what I'm going to get, because I understand what the feeling is to have those types of things. But the other thing that she talks about quite a bit is the journey. That the journey is where the joy is, not the achievement, because a lot of times we'll get there. I believe I heard Joel Osteen talk about this. He was talking about Deion Sanders and how Deion Sanders was put in all this work, and he worked his butt off and, put his heart and soul into his game, and he made it to the Super Bowl. And after he got the Super Bowl ring, he was like, this is it. I was expecting some kind of magical feeling to arrive. But really, it's not about that. When you get there, it's about what you get as you go along. And we have to remember that. That is so important, that we remember that every day is a gift, and that it's the journey of getting wherever it is we want to go that is fun. And we need to have fun while we're doing it and feel joyful and keep that positive, spin on stuff. I know it's not always easy, but it's possible. And I think we need to strive for that and get in a habit of thinking the happier stuff and familiarizing ourselves with that. I know that one of the things I struggle with is my feelings about my physical being, that I am beautiful and I am okay at the weight I'm at the age that I'm at. And I discovered this in a session the other day with a coach that I have about, that I actually don't believe that. And I was like, oh, I was so resistant. I was like, no. I have a belief that I'm old and fat, that's not fair to me, because I'm energetic. I'm working on my fitness every day. I have realized that I wasn't kind of living in the vortex of that, and I'm making the changes. And so, and it takes time to get rid of an old pattern and replace it with a new one. And so one of the other things that Abraham says is that you have 17 seconds. When you start with that negative thought, you got about 17 seconds before it turns into another one and another one and another one. And then you're in that spiraling downward, train of thought. So within that 17 seconds of having the negative thought, you got to switch it. Just tell yourself something else and try to get into the feeling of something else and just switch it. Even when you don't believe it, you need to start feeling a certain way about the things that you want. Now, I know I've talked before about, ignoring your feelings. Yeah, those negative ones. Those are the ones you need to ignore and do it anyway, because you want to move towards the feelings you want to have. And like I said, there's a whole lot of stuff that we put up there like above us, like it's some kind of magical thing that we're gonna reach, but really it's there right now, and we can have it right now. So we need to just believe it. And that's the problem, is we're like, I don't think that's not true. Yes, it's true. So today I'm going to say that I am beautiful as I am. I am working on the fitness, and it is mine to be had. And it doesn't matter what age I am, there's beauty within me and inside me and outside of me. And I hope that you feel that way too. And so tell yourself today, you are beautiful, and you are worthwhile, and you are enough. And do check out any videos with Abraham Hicks or Esther Hicks. I think most of them are titled with Abraham Hicks. There's some books. There's a lot of information on YouTube, a lot of audio. Some of it I just let it play and just let it wash over me. It's amazing material, very positive. There's even some stuff about Christianity, and there's one called The Jesus Story that I found very enlightening, because I do believe in Christ and the Christ consciousness, and I was raised as a Christian, and I was wondering, how does that fit into things? And I think it's very interesting what she had to say. So do go out and look for her things on the YouTube, or maybe buy a book. And say nice stuff to yourself. 17 seconds. You have 17 seconds to take that negative thought and turn it into something else. Okay? And have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow.